causes havoc in Howth and hinders conditions for firefighters tonight on 1 at 8:30. Now though, Wendy feels the heat in Shortland Street.
A young, vulnerable woman who put her trust in Dr. Chris Warner, a doctor who thinks he's God.
We got what we came for.
Yeah, bankruptcy, once my lawyers are finished with you.
Cheers, Chris. You just made my job a whole lot harder.
Any communication from now on can be done via email, where I don't have to look at you or listen to that smug and slightly annoying voice.
We just need some tumbleweeds.
Well, it's our first day open. Give the people a chance to get sick, eh?
I was under the impression when I joined this clinic there was an established client base.
There is.
And a dental practice. But I haven't seen hide nor hair of this Henry fella. Has he paid rent yet?
It's none of your business.
Which means no.
Sorry, car problems, all fixed now.
What's that smell?
I had to wash the spark plugs in petrol. I must have spilt some on me.
Nurse by day, mechanic by night?
Something like that.
Well, clean up and get back here pronto. We can't have you stinking out the place, even if we have no patience.
Be right back.
You could go easier on her, you know. It wasn't her fault.
That's debatable. There are some people who constantly create drama. You wait. If it's not a broken down car, it'll be something else tomorrow.
She set me up. She's a journalist and a woman scorned. So it's my fault. I invited you out for a drink so you could make me feel better, not tell me I had it coming. Fair point. Top up.
I take it you found out on your own. I tried to tell you.
Yeah, you've already said enough. I especially like the bit where you said it's a surgeon's job to fall into bed with his colleagues.
I didn't say that.
Pretty much. Ursula sent me a rough draft of the doco.
Which she doctored, no doubt. I was trying to defend you. I did defend you.
Well, next time, no comment. Will be plenty. Thanks.
Hey, mate.
Hey, catch you later.
Didn't go so well, then. I'll add him to the apology list right after Rachel. You heard about that, too? Everyone's heard.
Will he feel anything when they turn the machines off?
I don't think so. He'll pass away peacefully in theatre.
What?
Ben was registered as an organ donor.
Oh, that. I talked to Dr. Burrows and I said no way. I'm not letting them divvy him up.
Ben felt quite strongly about this, Anita.
Oh, it's still my decision, though, right? I mean, no one really means it when they tick that little box on their licence.
Ben was an AMBO.
Well, are you registered as a donor and mean it?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I am burying my brother in one piece, that's it.
It's okay. It's your decision.
I'll pop back later.
I just can't stand the thought of them cutting him up. It's butchery.
I understand. There's no need to explain.
How did that happen? And you do everything Troy tells you to? No, you can bus. I'm working now. Straight home after detention, please. Gotta go.
Assuming you have no more personal calls to make, you can ring through this order. I need these supplies first thing tomorrow.
Sorry, my son got...
If you'd like to come through, Mr. Walton.
Hey, Wendy, do you know how to do an oral canal irrigation?
Yes. I mean, I've never done one before, but I know all about them. You use a pulsed jet water system to remove the wax.
Go on.
It's contraindicative with patients with tinnitus, perforated eardrums, or children under 13.
Well done, Nursey Swat.
I read about it last night. Can't be too prepared, right? Especially when I've been out of uniform for a while.
We should tee up some practical sessions for you.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks.
I'd invite you in, but I thought we were keeping to our own sides from now on.
So I have to grovel from the doorway. Didn't get you out of bed, did I?
The shower. I thought you said you were here to grovel.
I had no right to go off at you like that. It was my mistake, and I was wrong to blame it on you.
You were out of line, but not exactly off the mark. I should never have agreed to that program or stolen those cards.
Oh, imagine if you hadn't.
Well, you'd still be here grovelling for your job. I guess I just felt a bit protective of you, given the whole Ursula thing.
Really?
I know how it is with us. We fight, things become personal, motivations become clouded. But they shouldn't. It's my fault as much as it was yours. I guess it's just something we both need to work on.
Agreed. So for the spat and triage, apology accepted?
This time, yes. So are you up to a damage control meeting tomorrow, 12-ish?
I'll bring the food.
A cool head will be fine.
Okay.
As long as you don't go on about how many lives Ben's heart and kidneys and so on could save. 8? 10?
If I did, you'd have every right to complain and I could lose my job.
So I'm safe then, because I know that you're gagging too, really.
It's hardly fair if I did. It's a lot you're going through.
When I got here, I didn't know what to expect. I thought that Ben might be all injured, nasty wounds and everything. And he was just Ben. And I know now that he's really gone. I just need some time.
Has Dr. Burrows told you how Ben is? How he's doing? Okay, only because I don't want you to look back and have this huge regret, and because I know you are going to say yes soon, but soon may not be soon enough. And I owe Ben so much.
You're going to put your future, your job on the line for him. No need. I think I know what you're going to say. Soon Ben's organs are going to start packing in, and then they won't be any use to anybody. And then he'll haunt me for the rest of my days. I'll call Dr. Burrows. You call Yvonne.
Wendy here will see you right. A flu vaccination for Mrs. Lamont, please.
Right away. You don't qualify for the free vaccination, so it's going to be another $20 on top of a consultation fee.
Oh.
Well, to be honest, you're not a high risk for influenza. Vitamin C and garlic should see you right through the winter. That's what I do.
Okay. Thanks.
So that's just $45 for the appointment.
Thank you.
Didn't I just tell you to give her a flu shot?
She didn't qualify for the free vaccination.
And?
And she couldn't afford the extra $20, so I recommended she take regular vitamin C and garlic instead.
Fine. Have those supplies come in yet?
I forgot to order them. I'll do it right now.
That woman's doing my head in.
What now?
She forgot to order the supplies I asked her to.
Well, that's an honest mistake.
But then she had the nerve to suggest a vitamin treatment plan to a patient instead of the flu shot I'd organised.
Well, it's the patient's choice at the end of the day.
It's not Wendy's job to present choices to my patients. It's my job.
Yep, you're right.
Not only has she cost the clinic money by doing this, she is undermining my professional opinion, and that I won't stand for.
I will have a word with her.
Thank you. And if that word happens to be fired, all the better.
Clear out so I can pick up those supplies at lunch.
Oh, you don't have to do that. We'll survive.
Honestly, I don't mind. It was my stuff up.
Are you paranoid about running out?
A blessing in disguise. It was dead handy yesterday when the car broke down. Where should I put this?
Anywhere out of Ruben's sight. He's not happy you talked one of his patients out of a vaccination.
No, he didn't seem that thrilled.
And neither am I. You do realise by doing that you cost us money.
The patient couldn't afford it.
Well, regardless, it's not your place to question a doctor's recommendation. Ruben's patient, Ruben's call. Just chalk this one up to experience.
I really, really want this job, Sarah. Maybe I'm trying a bit too hard.
Just keep it simple and get the work done. That's all Ruben and I expect at this stage.
Got it.
You can put that at the back if you like.
Hey?
The box.
Right. Momentary lapse of sanity.
Are you feeling okay?
I probably just need something to eat. Get the blood sugar back up.
You make sure you do that.
Thanks again, Sarah. I'll sharpen up. Promise.
Has Dr. Burrows been yet?
No, not yet.
He thought they could get a transplant team together by this afternoon.
Hunter had a word with you, did he?
He helped me get there by myself. I'm so glad he did. I should have listened to you the first time. You knew Ben, you knew what you were talking about. I was being selfish.
You were trying to do what's best for your brother.
Your best for my brother. Which is why me and Emily are going to need some help with the funeral. Your family too, now.
Thank you, Anita.
When's Wendy back? I'm hungry.
Should be any minute now.
How's the daddy-to-be?
He's good, thanks.
My son has hidden talents.
Oh, I've got to find some way to kill time in Samoa. But who's the huffer, huh?
The what?
With a petrol sniffer. This was out the back with some rank can of petrol. Oh, yay, lunchtime.
I got held up at the suppliers.
Whose is this, and why is it stinking up our offices?
I had to make room in the car for these.
Next time, just order them when I ask you to. Remove the flammable substances now, please.
Right. Sorry. Again.
Sorry, I hope you didn't want to finish that yourself. Not Ruben's favourite person, is she?
No, not by a long shot.
Okay. Thank you for giving it a shot. Ursula's contract is a work of art. There's no way we can stop that show back to air.
Guess I'll wear the fallout then. So, damage control. Anything you need me to do or say, I'll do it. Or say it.
Not what I was expecting.
I finally put things in perspective.
Well, lucky for you, so have I.
What's this?
You're going to the Solomon Islands. Red Cross are heading over for a medical aid program next week. One of their surgeons is too sick to fly.
You just want me out of the country when the proverbial hits the fan over this documentary.
I can handle any curveballs.
Well, I run away. It'll look bad.
You'll be helping a developing nation in its time of need. How could that possibly look bad?
Oh, you're good.
Have you seen Wendy? What the hell?
Oh, my God, sorry. I just closed my eyes for a second.
Just get back on the desk, please. That woman is a liability.
I'm sure she's got a really good excuse.
That's all she's ever got, excuses. What excuse makes it fine to sleep on the job?
She's really trying hard.
To drive me mad, I know.
Be fair.
I am. If it's not her broken-down car, it's her kids. If it's not her kids, it's her box of junk. Now I see what's going on.
What?
Solvent abuse. That's why she's been reeking of petrol.
That's ridiculous.
She's constantly tired. She's not with it half the time. She brings a can of petrol to work.
And what solvent addict would be stupid enough to do that?
Wendy, clearly. I want her gone.
Okay. See ya, big bro. We'll make sure you get the send-off you deserve. Me and Yvonne.
I feel so lucky to have met you, Ben. So lucky that we could spend the time that we did together. My handsome, kind, gentle man. Wherever you're going to now, drive safe. You've put too much work into that Mustang to mess it up now. Farewell, my love. Farewell.
What's going on?
I'm tired, that's all. It won't happen again, and I'm so sorry.
Why are you tired?
Things at home are a bit strained. My son is being a complete pain, and then there's my study I have to get through. Not enough sleep or food, I guess.
How on earth can you care for patients when you can't even manage your own well-being?
If there's something going on, this is the time to tell us. Your concentration's been pretty shaky since you started.
Sleep deprivation. You're right, I should...
Now, let's just cut the crap here. Do you have a solvent abuse problem?
Why would you think that?
We're not making any accusations.
Well, you bought the petrol can to work. We could smell it on you yesterday.
I work nights at a petrol station. It's the only way we can make ends meet at the moment.
That doesn't explain the petrol can.
It's not a crime to carry spare petrol in your car.
What about sniffing the stuff?
It doesn't matter what I say, does it?
Of course it does. We want to hear your side of the story.
I've already told you.
The real side.
Then believe what you want. If my employers are determined to think the worst of me, then they aren't the sort of employers I need. I'll finish out my shift, as I'd hate to leave you in the lurch.
I'll give the Bureau a call. Hopefully Janice hasn't been snapped up yet.
It was like he could fix anything.
Like when that patient got stuck in the hoist and he had to rescue him. And cars, of course.
Him and cars. It's a wonder he didn't end up a mechanic.
And he was good with people too. When you're in ambo, you come across some pretty frightened people. He could calm them down in no time. And he was so good with kids.
JJ adored him.
And he'd do anything to help someone. I mean, I've lost count of the times I've talked his ear off with my problems. Never his. Not that he ever complained.
He probably couldn't get a word in.
Oh, he could and did. He told me what I needed to hear, even if I didn't want to hear it. But he never made me feel like a dick for it, though. Even when I was being one. I'm sorry, I'm being one now.
No, you're not.
He was a good man.
What about the mistletoe affair?
The what?
Oh, no, I don't think we should go into that now.
Come on, Mum. Whatever it is, Mum. It's okay.
Well, we had a few break-ins at the hospital, so I was told to go through hours upon hours of deathly dull security footage. But before I found the thief, who should I find instead? Kissing Santa Claus at the back of the Ambo Bay.
No way.
The thing is, the only person who I'd seen in a Santa suit that day was Hunter. Yeah, so you can imagine the conversation which followed.
No offence, but you are a little on the young side for me.
Janice has gone up north.
Holiday?
Rural practice, permanent position.
Those two look all right.
Must be better than the last one.
Do you think Wendy's going to be okay?
She's not our problem anymore. Is it?
Looking to expand already?
Looking to replace.
Wendy?
Turns out she's a solvent abuser.
Maybe it's for the best then.
How can you say that? She's got a problem. She needs help.
Well, she's a nurse and she knows where to find an addiction clinic when she's ready.
Yeah, but she so wanted this job to work out.
Well, nothing's going to work out until she wants it to work out. And you know as well as I do, there's nothing you can do to push her into that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And with any luck, losing her job will have knocked a little sense into it.
And we can defer Mr. Struthers and Miss Markle.
So you'll be able to live without me for a week.
Good riddance. The Red Cross are welcome to you.
Hopefully everyone will get bored and start talking about someone else's public embarrassment.
Politician is bound to get caught speeding or something. Smart move, by the way.
Rachel's.
I think some time away will do you two wonders.
Well, she's not going.
Exactly.
Sorry, I should have listened to you more.
I've just got off the phone with a very kind drug and alcohol counsellor, Natalia, her name was.
I didn't ring anyone. Ruben must have decided to pass your details.
But even after I'd explained I've got 3 rat bags, a super-sized mortgage and a business, a petrol station that's on the verge of bankruptcy, she still didn't believe me. I guess she'd already had it drummed into her I'm a solvent abuser.
Whatever Ruben said, I'm sure he was only trying to help you.
If he or you want to help, you can come down here and work the graveyard shift. Maybe then I can get a decent sleep.
Well, why didn't you tell me about this in the first place?
Then we got the job. And I don't have it anymore, so things are back to how they should be.
But now I know what your situation is.
If you want petrol, there's another station a couple of k's down the road. We're dry. I think I must have inhaled it all.
Please, Wendy, let's see if we...
Did I ask too nicely? I'm not serving you, you judgmental cow. Get lost.
Gay Byrne is back on our screens with a new series of The Meaning of Life when he meets Majella O'Donnell as she discusses her battle with cancer and life as Mrs. Daniel O'Donnell. That's Sunday night here on 1 at 25 to 11. Stay with us now, though, for Doctors next.